So Pinball Expo 2014 is done for this guy. My voice is weakened. My legs are extremely tired. I heard the term is Expo legs. I've found that you can live on water and Justin's almond butter mostly all day if you must. Had a great time. We're going to recap my third day at Expo on Coast2Coast Pinball, episode 115. Let's go. Welcome to Coast2Coast Pinball. This is Nate Shivers. This is a podcast commentary. I am a man mostly out of little red tickets to enter tournaments. That's what I'm out of. What a fun day, long day at the West End in Chicago. I have another group of very fun, wildly varied audio segments to play you tonight from throughout the day. I think it'll give you a good feel of what I saw, what was happening. I want to touch on a few things that are not covered in the audio here first before we get going. Had a blast. I want to thank very much Rob and Mike and Dave and everybody at the Pinball Expo for including me in the festivities and having me be there. I really appreciate it. It was the 30th anniversary. A lot of work goes into these events, and to be a part of that is an honor. Thank you. I would also like to thank all the tournament players in the Classics division today for putting up with me in line and playing games while they're trying to actually qualify, and I'm just trying to beat Preston and Gene and failing at doing all those things. So thank you. Shout out to Adam and Charlotte. Adam Keisler. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your last name. Adam. The other AJK, as it may be, on initial boards all around Montreal and Chicago. Adam, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs on World Poker Tour tonight, qualified for the finals at the Flip Out tournament. It was pretty thrilling. And even once he had qualified and made the score, he still had an hour of scorekeeper play to maneuver and dodge, and he made it. So congratulations to Adam. It was good to meet you guys. Had a lot of fun. To all of those folks, either hanging out at Expo or displaying products or showing off your company at Expo that I didn't get a chance to talk with, I'm sorry. It's busy. You're busy. I know that Andrew Highway in particular was very busy all day. Every time I tried to grab him for an interview for the show, Rick Bartlett of Planetary Pinball Supply, very busy man, as you might imagine, at these shows. He and I just kept kind of crossing and not syncing up when we were both free to chat. There's many others, in fact. Jonathan Houston from Pinball Magazine very much was trying all day, and even at like midnight, I'm like, let's go do it, and then I couldn't find him, so we didn't have it. But someday, Jonathan will get on Coast2Coast Pinball. It'll happen. There's many others. There's lots of other vendors who I just don't know personally, haven't been introduced to, and haven't had a chance to stop and say hello. But your work is all very much appreciated. You can always reach out to me if you have something you'd like to chat about. We could maybe make that work on Coast2Coast Pinball. It's all good. So, today, Saturday, we did a 9 a.m. podcasting seminar, Saving the World one podcast at a time, moderated by Dave Fix. We had the Spooky Pinball Podcast on, which was Charlie, KT, Bug, Squirrel, and Brian Kelly. We had the Broken Token Gentleman, we had myself, and we had the Gamer Junkies. And it was fun. It was cool. There was actually people there. Couldn't believe there were people there at 9 a.m. Thank you guys for coming out and supporting us as we maneuvered through that times. Rob Craig from the Silver Roll Podcast joined us. There was a very fun tribute to Stephen Rothschild, who we lost this year. My voice is going. So there's a lot to talk about coming out of Pinball Expo 2014. A lot of stuff about games. There's a pretty fantastic tournament that's going to final tomorrow with the top players in the world. There is television that has been filmed about pinball, which is exciting for HBO, which we'll talk more about going in the future. There is moving and shaking happening. Things are abuzz right now. It's good times. There will be lots of opportunities to talk about that on future episodes. Tonight, I'm going to set these off. We're going to play these audio clips, and that will be it for episode 115. And I'm going to get back to my job and get some work done. as we barrel through the fourth quarter and sell a bunch of guitars. I appreciate your feedback. I look forward to hearing what everyone thinks about all that we have seen in Chicago. So we're going to jump right into this in no particular order. I hope you enjoy all these audio clips. Thank you very much. So we're here on Saturday at Pinball Expo in Chicago. I'm here in the Life Under Glass booth, which has been my home base thanks to Mr. David Paul. How are you, David?
Great.
We're trying this again as interview number 1 on day 1.
Take two.
It's lost forever, man. It's lost. How's the weekend been for you?
Good.
The booth looks amazing. You got all your art up here. We got shirts for sale. How's the response been?
Really good. A lot of people have been coming in, giving me a lot of positive feedback. Sales have been pretty good. Lots of traffic. I mean, Big Lebowski's right across the street from me, or aisle from me, so...
Yeah, you're not in a bad spot with the Dutch pinball booth right there, huh?
Yeah. It's been crowded. And noisy, very noisy.
Cool. So what's been the reaction to the shirts as far as like any favorites, people picking out like their favorite designs?
Yeah, Coney Island, which is odd because when we did the interview the other night, you asked me what my favorite was, and I said Coney Island, and that's been my biggest seller. Not necessarily people from New York or anything, but I mean it's pretty special to me personally, so it's sort of cool that it's been a big seller. Route 66 has been big. Actually, my hand logo design I sold like 3 of them today, and I didn't sell any of them previously.
That's one of my favorites, personally. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Yeah. So the podcast t-shirt, you got a Brady Bunch style thing with all the podcasters.
Yes.
That one's been selling out like crazy, I hear, right? Right?
To podcasters, yeah.
Oh. Well, there are a lot of us, it seems like.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Well, good. Well, one thing I pointed out the other day I want to reiterate is when you buy a Life Under Glass t-shirt, money is also going to charity. I know you're doing 2 different charities are getting money off of your donations.
Yeah, the Project Pinball puts pinball machines in children's hospitals, and the Dave Thomas Foundation for adoption. That's real special to me because we have a bunch of foster children, and we're planning on adopting. So and there's certain $2 from every shirt goes to those 2 charities, and certain designs like my Python design and the Darth Vader design is 100% charity. And I just gave away 2 of the Python designs for the Make-A-Wish Foundation for the banquet tonight. So I'm hoping that they can make some money off of that. That'd be great.
That's fantastic. What have you seen at the show so far? Have you had a chance to walk around and see some stuff?
Dude.
What's it been like?
As much as I like being a vendor, man, that's been the torturous part of this whole ordeal. It's just me sitting here and not being able to partake in what everyone else is, which is, the new things happening, the excitement of all these new machines, the different seminars, which I love going to seminars at all the shows. I've only been able to do a few of those. So it's been a different experience for me for sure. This is my 4th show this year, and it's tough sitting here for hours and hours, man. It really is. But it's been worth it.
Very cool. A highlight game for you?
It's hard not to say Big Lebowski, man. God, that's a beautiful machine. It really is beautiful. I got a chance to play The Hobbit. That was all right. I think they got a little ways to go with that. But I think highlight is definitely Lebowski.
That's what I'm hearing. That seems to be the overwhelming thought.
It's just an unbelievably beautiful game.
So where are you based out of, David?
I'm out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, so that's my hometown.
And people can go to the website if they want to see all this cool pop art style pinball design that they can buy on t-shirts. It's lifeunderglass.net.
Yeah.
And where did the name Life Under Glass come from?
It's something that I thought of because, everybody always refers to pinball machines sort of as like a little world under glass, and then I thought, it's sort of like, a little life under glass. So I thought it was sort of catchy, and actually a lot of other people have told me that's a really cool brand name. So trying to get a little traction with it and, expand, do some other things with it.
Absolutely. Well, dude, I got to say, like I said, Coast2Coast Pinball does not have sponsors except when somebody's letting me squat on their booth.
That's cool.
I'm a booth squatter.
Yeah.
So
actually,
thank you very
you're not
much.
the only one. Broken Token's been here all weekend. All you guys.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
yeah.
I kid.
You guys
well, that's awesome. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate it. And we'll talk to you again soon, man.
All right. Thank you.
All right, we're in the lobby at the Westin at the Pinball Expo in Chicago 2014. I have Mr. Lefkoff and young Mr. Lefkoff with me, Adam and Escher. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, we're doing good. We're sitting pretty good in the tourney. Had an awesome day. What's today? Saturday?
It's Saturday. It's like the third day, I think.
Really? Okay.
Something
the
like
days
that.
kind of blending. We just did scorekeeping for 2 hours, and that'll wipe your brain.
All right, so let's back up a little bit. We had last night a Walking Dead launch party with a tournament. It was one entry, $5, winner take all.
Yep, you get one try on the game. Everybody's in the show. And let's walk back about 12 hours earlier. And we have Pin Brawl, which was a pin golf at 7 a.m.
Well, we have to talk about that.
6 a.m. Colorado time.
Now, that's a team effort.
That's two people together playing pin golf, and your combined score on 3 different sets of holes. So 21 holes, although a couple games went down, so call it 18, 19 holes. And then you play finals on another 6 holes. So I want to say 28 holes altogether, 28 games.
And you guys were up against teams of Bowen, Kern, and
Bowen and Todd, Josh and his dad Roger were there. Kaylee George had a partner. Donovan Stepp was there.
So it's like some of the best players in the world,
Yeah.
and Adam Lefkoff, Escher Lefkoff, just take it down, right?
We won.
You won. That's fantastic.
It's funny. We started really slow. Escher had a couple of the first 2 holes. It was like, wow, we're a little tired. And
I got a 4 and a 3.
Had to wake up a little bit at 7 a.m.
And then after that, it was just lights out the rest of the time. And
like 1, 2, 1.
Yeah. We were
2.
just the targets were pretty easy, but we played real well. Ham and egged it like you're supposed to. Whenever I got a 2, Escher got a 1, and vice versa.
Nice.
And
do you like the pin golf format, Escher?
Yeah, it ends earlier than Pin Brawl, and I got a couple good games in on the tournament after it. Instead of Pin Brawl, it would go to like 9, and I enjoy it pretty well. But I do like Pin Brawl a little bit better.
Oh, you like that format even a little bit more?
It's a little more intense. The pin golf is kind of fun, but you're not really playing against other people. You're just trying to get your target. And if you get your target on one ball, it's like if we played a couple games I hadn't played before, and it's like, this is a pretty fun game. I got to come back later and.
What's a game you hadn't really played before?
What was that multicolored triangle light thing?
Stargazer.
No, not Stargazer. I play that all the time.
Oh yeah.
I honestly don't remember the name. I can see it in my head.
Yeah.
But there were some interesting games we played. I played 3 or 4 of the older games I had never played before. They don't have them at Papa, so I don't see them.
Oh, gotcha.
So that was fun.
So you took that down.
Yeah. So we took that down. That's
Team
my
Lefkoff wins.
3rd year in a row, 4th year in a row, winning the thing with a different partner each year.
Wow. So you guys going to stay partners now from here on out?
No, we'll farm out. I'll try someone else next year.
Escher.
Hey, it's on.
He's like,
you've heard it here
not.
first on the podcast.
Yeah,
No, Nate and Escher will be playing in Pin Brawl next year.
Oh my gosh! I hate to do that to him. I hate to do that to him.
Escher has carried everyone. He's carried Donovan. He's carried Keith. He's.
If you ever team with me and we win anything, you can keep anything we win. It's all you.
Oh, you can have it. You can have both of them.
Oh, anyway. So that's awesome. So you took that down. Then the Walking Dead party last night in the dark room with alcohol and
that band playing,
and all this. So Walking Dead.
We were the first to go.
You were very first.
Yes, and I went on the left game, and Escher went on the right, and Kaylee was in the middle. We helped set up. So
I was in the middle.
You were in the middle. And I went out first, and I got a multi-ball, but then it drained out, and so I was the first one done. I'm like, oh, okay. And then a little after that, Kaylee's done. It's like, oh, okay. And Escher keeps playing, and he keeps playing.
He's going and going.
What'd you end up with?
74.
No, it was 65, I thought.
No, 70.
70?
No, it was 60.
Yeah, 70. Yeah, we have all this other
64 million.
64 million on his one try, which is, you got second prison or not?
Yeah.
Second prison multi-ball is the key to double stack.
You figuring out Walking Dead pretty good this weekend?
There's a pretty straightforward strategy. I don't know if it's the best. We don't know all the modes and all the intricacies, but there's a 2x play field that's important, and there are 2 multi-balls, and prison multi-ball, which is about 7 or 8 different shots. It's really interesting how to get there. It's not just bash on a target till it lights, but when you get to prison, you can bring in the zombie Wolverine multi-ball as well.
Oh, the Will Walker guy. Yeah.
Zombie Wolverine. That's fine.
What are the dangerous shots on
on that game? Because that's what everyone's been asking. Like, what's
The
tough?
right ramp is really late. It's a really long ramp, and if it goes up that ramp and comes back,
Straight down.
You're done.
you're done.
Done.
Actually, either ramp, it goes right back down.
The center, when you're bashing on the door to spell prison the first time, there's a magnet, and that's pretty evil. And when you finally, like, you spell prison, and then you hit it, and it grabs the ball, almost all of them, it shoots it right up, straight down the middle.
Straight down.
A lot
It doesn't
of-
move it sideways
The magnet
at all.
doesn't seem. I don't know if the software's. It's not done. But
Early days.
yeah. So the magnet isn't real active, and a lot of times it'll just go and just drop straight down the middle, and you either got to use your dangers up with a slap save or
Danger.
or you die.
So what are your thoughts of The Walking Dead so far as a tournament game?
Personally, I don't want to like it, but I can't help but like it. I'm not a big fan of the theme.
Pretty dark.
I tried to show, and it's fine. I understand the show's real popular. I'm not a big zombie guy.
Yep.
Sure, I prep for zombie apocalypse, but I'm not a zombie guy.
Of course you do. You're in
Yeah,
Colorado.
well,
You have to. It's the
yeah,
rules.
exactly. It's a fun game. I like a game where there's a distinct plan and purpose, and you don't have to like overthink it. Maybe I do this or this. It's like no. You get your prison multi-ball, you bring in Zombie Wolverine, you bring in a left
2X.
ramp, CDC, or any of those, get a 2X play field and you're partying.
Wow.
And I like having just, one objective.
Escher, what do you think of all the zombies?
It's well.
Oh, come on.
a
It's your
theme.
favorite game in the... You haven't
Yeah,
had
yeah,
a bad
you like
game
it,
on
don't
it?
you?
I've had a couple bad games on
Really?
it.
I haven't seen it. The very first time he tried it when we got here, he did a 150. It's like, oh, it's easy,
150
Dad.
million on that?
Yeah, his first try.
Jeez.
And then he went into the A bank. Let's see you do that, son. And what'd you get?
100.
Then he got 100 million.
So, wow. So let's look at the flip out tournament. That's the main tournament here at Expo. Where are you guys sitting right now as far as qualifying?
I'm in 14th spot. I'm hanging on to the bye by
Top-
like 7.
so top 16
Top
gets
16
buys.
get a bye. Top
So-
8 get a double bye. I'm in 4th right now.
So you're looking good.
It's early. We got a lot of
A
pinball
long
to go.
line out there right now.
When you're in and comfortable, the long line is your friend.
It slows everybody down.
It slows everybody down who's able to get a score and maybe hop you over. Neither one of us are going to bleed out, and we're not going to get hopped by
That many.
people.
There's like Trent's underneath me, and
So he'll probably hop, and Zach maybe still working it. Zach's only played every game once, and
Yeah, he's on World Poker Tour
and he
right
has
now.
to go back and actually play one or two again for a second time. What a
I know,
schlub.
right? I know. What about classics? You guys playing classics?
I'm not playing.
I do a few bucks at it. The thing I don't like about Classics at Expo is they run the finals at the same time. A lot of tournaments run Classics like on the Saturday
Early,
night.
yeah.
And that I really enjoy because you get the experience, you get to play it, but you don't have to worry about. With this, you alternate. And I remember a couple years ago, I was playing both, and I was at in between, not between balls, but games and mentality of switching between playing modern, the big tournament, and then going over to classics and playing around. And it's both are double elims. And I found it was like when I did good on one, I did good on the other. But at the same time, when I did bad on one, it kind of carried over. And I'm trying, but I'm not trying that hard because
Gotcha.
I don't really want to play finals, but I do. It's fun.
Of course, yeah.
And you know what? The scores are tough. The games play pretty nice, and I liked all the titles, but Expo's about the main tournament.
Yeah.
It's one of the,
Yeah.
What's next on the
Majors.
schedule down the road? What do you see coming up on the
Hey,
calendar?
Southern Pinball Festival. It's not called the SPF anymore. What do they call it now? They
Oh, the one in
renamed
Florida?
it. Yeah. What's
what
the
is
new
it?
name?
I totally forget. They moved it, but it's the Florida show.
You're in with these pinball things. You should know about this, right?
That's the corner
If
of the
only
country
there
that I
was-
don't handle quite as much.
All right. If only there was some sort of location or some sort of central.
Pinball news. Click on diary. It's waiting for you. Go to
Yes.
Pinball.
It used to be called the Southern Pinball Festival. I think it's all the same guys. They got a new location. We went 2 years ago, and then we stayed and went to Universal Studios and
Oh,
did
cool.
the Orlando thing
Very
with the
good.
family.
I'll do that again.
So we're all booked up for that. So just about a month.
And then I feel like Papa's like right around the corner with the new schedule.
I might not go to Pop. I have too much school.
lot of
Sher's
school in March,
in middle
yeah.
school now.
Middle
Even this
school,
trip was we're missing 3 days. We're gonna right after this interview. We're going up to do some math.
Oh, good for
Yeah,
you guys.
that's happening.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Well, awesome. Well, Escher, remember I beat you at Star Trek about 4 months ago, 3
Yeah.
months ago. Don't ever forget that.
Shouldn't we do a rematch?
Nope, no. We're done.
I'd say right now
We're
in the hall.
absolutely done.
How about a rematch on the Big Bang Bar?
Okay.
I'll do that.
We were playing dollar games on Big Bang Bars then.
That I will do. So we will go do that. I'll play Escher in
and
Big
you'll
Bang
let
Bar.
everyone know how it turns out.
Of course, if I win. No, I'm very good.
If you don't hear it.
I'm not petty. I'm not the guy who might have beat Josh Sharp on the Multimorphic game last night and posted the score as the title to my podcast last night. I wouldn't do that. Not me.
No,
right?
no, never.
No, well, very good. I'm just jealous. That's all it is.
No.
You guys are both very talented, and I enjoy watching you guys play. So thanks for coming on Coast to Coast.
So I'm guessing you all want to know what happened on the little Nate versus Escher death match in Big Bang Bar, don't you? Do you want to know? Are you excited? Well, one of us got to the wizard mode. And it certainly wasn't me. Okay, so I can no longer talk about Escher and the fact that I beat him at Star Trek, because he didn't just beat me at Big Bang Bar. He sort of like beat me, destroyed me, and then fed me back to the rodents, as nobody's ever said before. It was ugly. It was really ugly. He knew that game really well. He was really good. I think the final score, I'm estimating this, 1.3 billion for Escher, and I had 88 million. So, yeah, you win. Escher, I bow down. You're the king. Very good, very good.
So here we are in Chicago still. Expo 2014 rolls on. I'm here with former Coast to Coast guest, Brendan Bailey. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, Nate. Thanks for having me.
So how's Expo been for you? This is first Expo, or you've been here before?
This is my third.
Third Expo?
I came in 2011, then I skipped 2012, did 2013, and now I'm here in 2014.
So previously you were here for your future pinball table, I assume. They were having you talk about that?
Yeah, last year I did a talk about the creation of the Junkyard Cats pinball machine. Basically the full making of, and just sort of an hopefully to inspire some other people to give their hand at trying to make a game.
What's been your vibe on future pinball and like home designed virtual pinball tables in the last year or so? So when did we talk? About a year ago?
I'd say
like that.
Sometime in the last year.
So what have you seen this year?
I definitely want to give hats off to Greg Gullix for his Wrath of Olympus table, because he made the transition from a digital design, an original digital design, to actually building it in real life and getting it to work. And he brought that game here last year, and it was really good. And he brought it back this year and did some updates to it, which are just awesome. And
does that make you want to build Junkyard Cats?
It does and it doesn't, because it's so cool to see it in person, but a lot of the seminars and a lot of the guys that are doing these homebrew tables, the through line throughout is this is way harder to do than you can possibly imagine.
Absolutely.
And not being a builder or any sort of fabricator by trade, I think I might be a little out of my depth. But is it inspiring? Yeah. When I see those kind of games, I'm like, oh man, it would be cool to do it. But we'll see.
So this is quite the year for, like you just mentioned, new pinball designs, new tables, new companies coming forth. What's been the highlights for you coming in and seeing? What have you been seeing here?
I think this version of the multimorphic P3 system that we saw, they've been coming. I think they were at the expo that I came to in 2011. I think they sort of debuted it there, and that was the first time I had seen it. And the version that they brought this year with Lexi Lightspeed was definitely the most. They've definitely put a lot of the creativity that they were hoping to get into that machine. They've gotten it in.
So you play a lot of pinball. You run a league?
I run the Long Island Arcade Club. It's not really a league. It's more of just a friendly group of guys, and we meet up and play.
And you have games. So when you play Lexi Lightspeed, what's it feel like to you? What's your take? What is your kind of feedback on that as a pinball machine?
It feels it definitely feels new. And it did a great job of what I think is one of the weakest parts about pinball, is explaining really what to do when you first walk up. This is a game that even if you don't necessarily understand the theme or the storyline right away, you do kind of get a very quick idea of where to shoot, what to shoot for, and it really, the screen, the LCD screen that they have in it really kind of guides you to playing the game a lot better than any other pinball machine I've played. So I think that is probably an element that amongst all the other stuff they put in that maybe is getting overlooked, that it really helps guide the new player.
So if that became a platform for home design, would you be interested in something like that, where you could like design on a computer and move it to the P3 and have a game kind of based on their platform?
Yeah, I mean, their platform is modular, so you would have to really work in the confines of what they give you. Basically, how, from my understanding, is the back of the playfield is removable and can be exchanged with a different design, and of course all of the graphics on the screen obviously can be updated to be whatever you want.
Sure.
For me personally, that would have to involve a team of people to do something like that. I mean, it's definitely a big undertaking to develop a video package for a game. In addition to just the still art, doing all that video art is definitely very in depth, and a lot of content would need to be created. But yeah, it's definitely a promising new platform.
What else did you see? Did you play Big Lebowski?
I played almost all the new games. I played Lebowski, which without question is one of the nicest looking new games. And it doesn't hurt that I'm a huge Lebowski fan. I love the movie. Very interesting how people are into the Lebowski pinball and have never seen Lebowski. And so I was online with a couple people, and I'm like, okay, you need to go home tonight and do whatever you can to purchase that movie and watch it. But the game was very cool. There were a few hiccups with the ball getting stuck here and there. I'm sure they'll work out, because that's what this sort of
prototype.
That's what this thing is for. The little bowling mechanism in the bottom of the playfield is way awesome. Just a really cool feature. But one thing I like about Lebowski is they really didn't try to reinvent the wheel. They just said, let's make a great pinball game with sort of the standard technology that's available, but
super high quality. Everything they
do. Very high quality.
Yeah.
But the cabinet looks just like a WPC Williams cabinet. It blends right in. They didn't really try to hit you over the head with something crazy unique. They just made a great game, and that's sometimes that's all you need to do.
Highway Pinball. Did you play Full Throttle?
Highways. That's the only one. I lied earlier. That's the only one I didn't get to play. I was actually online to play it right when they closed the vendor hall, and there were a few people in front of me, and they didn't get to us. So,
The Hobbit. Did you get on The Hobbit?
I did get to play at The Hobbit.
What are your thoughts there? That one's been sort of the mixed reaction so far.
There's been mixed reaction on The Hobbit. I'll be honest, when I was waiting online to play it, I was watching the video feed, and I'm watching the game.
Yeah, because they had it projected through a camera up on a big screen TV, so you could stand there and watch whoever's playing.
I was ready to write it off. I was looking at this game, I'm like, this looks boring. I don't think this is going to be fun. But I'm like, I got to play it. I got to actually play it. And when I started playing it, it sort of had like a dreamlike, whimsical feel to it. The ball was very sort of, it's not a high energy excitement game. It's sort of a.
Can I use the word floaty?
Yeah, but in kind of a good way. I actually I definitely liked it a lot more than I thought it was going to, because it relaxed me. A lot of pinball games are engaging, and they put the pressure on you to make a shot and get this and get that. And Hobbit, I felt like was just sort of like. I was just sort of in the world and experiencing something new. And I felt almost relaxed while playing it. I didn't feel any pressure to make a shot. I was just sort of enjoying it. And the ball was very dreamlike, and the way it moved.
It's a beautiful game. I mean, for sure, the package of art and just the physical layout is very eye-catching.
And I bring those thoughts up because I can't think of too many games where that was my reaction, where I was like, this game is calming me down. This is sort of a therapeutic. It's just sort of very, very, very calm. And
so what's the vibe for you at Expo here from like 2011 to now 2014? 3 years later, what have you seen change? It's a short period of time, but this industry and hobby is like really taking leaps.
A lot of young people here, a lot of high energy people. I'm 26 myself, and I meet a lot of people that are younger than me, have that sort of that enthusiasm that I really had when I got into the hobby, and it's interesting that they're seeing all these homebrew games, because this was not something I saw really at all. If somebody made a game in their garage, it was like very, very uncommon. So for a lot of younger people to see that sort of thing, it might really spawn some real creativity. So. And this was a very common theme last year. There were a lot of homebrew games here last year, but this year it's just sort of really like this.
I think the bar is getting raised every year.
It's just getting amped. It's just really getting amped up.
any tournament play for you at all?
No, I've never played in a tournament.
You're saying?
Yeah, I tend to notice that when I play competitively, if I play like a casual 1 or 2 player, 2 player, 3 player, 4 player game, that's fun. But playing in a competitive environment for me, it hasn't really appealed to me as of yet. I would like to try it, give it another shot at some point.
Absolutely. So this year, Expo had you and Chris Granner do a longer form seminar, and you guys sort of documented the history of sound in pinball from like all the way back through now. What was that like putting that together, and how'd it go?
It was a true thrill for me. I'm a huge audiophile. I love old retro sounds. Game music is one of my big really nerdy interests that I have, really passionate interest. And Chris Granner, if you don't know, is one of the most prolific pinball music composers, and there's not many guys on the planet that can really say that they are a pinball music composer. And Chris and I hooked up about 11 years ago and we did an interview with Game Room Magazine back when that was still in publication, and that's sort of how I quote-unquote met Chris. And, over the last 10 years, we've exchanged, very casual emails, just me having a curiosity about something. I'd ask him a question. And, eventually Facebook rolled along, and I found Chris on Facebook. We became Facebook friends. And, you know how that goes. You just start talking. And I did the seminar last year, and I got an idea, like, how cool would it be to actually do a seminar with Chris? My passion for this interesting topic that a lot of people don't necessarily focus on, to team up with Chris, and have my passion kind of guiding the presentation, and have his immense knowledge and talent to sort of supplement the presentation as we did the history of pinball sound. Just seemed like a cool thing to pitch to him. So I asked him, I said, hey, what do you think if we did this? And he, without batting an eyelash, wrote back to me. He's like, that sounds awesome, let's do it. And he immediately contacted Rob Burke, one of the chairmen of the Expo, and got it set up, in a blink of an eye. And we had a 90-minute slot to go, and we did.
That's cool. Did you discover any music that you didn't know previously? You were like, oh my gosh, this is awesome.
Yeah, I found some very interesting stuff. Some interesting stuff from the 80s where Gottlieb did some early experimental music in their games like Rock and Haunted House. Both were early examples of music in pinball. One of the really interesting questions that came up was, what was the first game to have electronic sound? And there were so many varying reports. Nobody could really nail this down. Some people said it was Flash. Some people said it was World Cup, the original World Cup that Williams put out in '77. But I found out it was actually a game from the 60s, 1966 game called Rally Girl. It was an electromechanical pinball game with a little electronic chirping module in it that made an electronic chirp whenever you hit bumpers and stuff, and it didn't have any bells or chimes in it at all. It was made by this French company named Rally. So if you're
way ahead of the curve.
They're way ahead of the curve. If you're in front of the computer, go to the Internet Pinball Database and look up the company Rally, and they made a ton of very interesting EM games with some strange technology and cabinet designs and some interesting stuff that I had no idea even existed before doing the research for the project.
Well, very cool. Well, I really appreciate you spending some time coming on Coast to Coast Pinball again.
Yep.
And you're headed back to New York tonight?
Tomorrow. I'll fly back.
Okay, very good. Well, we've got to get together one of these times when I'm out there. I get out there and I'm always in work mode and whatnot, but we got to get together and play some pinball.
Absolutely, Nate. It was a pleasure to meet you in the flesh this time.
Yeah, I'm glad we finally got to do it.
And anytime you want to give me a buzz, I'm happy.
Great. What's your website?
BrendanBailey.net.
You can check out your artwork there.
You can see some of my designs and some of the
links to Junkyard Cats there.
Links to Junkyard Cats and some of my original music that I've written over the years as a hobby.
Fantastic. And, that's awesome.
I love talking about this stuff. So anybody that wants to reach out,
awesome.
I love to nerd
we'll do it
out,
again, man.
Okay, Nate. Thanks so much.
So we're here Saturday night, night 3, Expo, Chicago. It's Pinball Expo, not the Chicago Pinball Expo. Need to keep reminding everybody of that. I'm here with Todd McCulloch. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you doing? Thanks for...
I'm good. Our recorder's fairly sensitive here, so you don't feel like you need to...
I feel I have to yell in it.
No, you'll be all right.
Right up to my nose.
You're like a very well-known personality, player, ambassador of pinball nowadays,
I think I'm like the Anna Kournikova of
Todd, I
pinball
can
where
actually confirm right now, not live on my show, that you are not indeed the Anna Kournikova of anything.
I just mean I'm well known, but I don't really deserve it, and I don't really.
Who
I don't
does
play
deserve
at
it,
the
though?
level.
Who does deserve it?
Karens, the Sharps. I mean, your ratings go through the roof when the Sharps are on.
That's actually true.
So I just feel like a little bit of Paris Hilton, famous in pinball
Again,
for
I
being
can
famous.
confirm you are nothing like Paris Hilton.
No, we have
Nothing.
different physiques for sure. Very,
Well, yeah,
very
I mean, that's
dissimilar.
not what I was referring to. But yes, true also. So how's Expo been for you? How many Expos are you into?
It's probably like my 7th Expo, 8th Expo. I've been coming to these for a while. I try and make this one every year, and I just love it. The buzz and the energy, and I have been coming since things didn't look so good.
I was going to say, you've seen sort of the rise back up, haven't you?
Yeah, and I've been to some of these shows where there's really been nothing new to talk about, and it seems like they're sort of struggling to fill the seminars because nothing new is coming out, and they're trying to hang on to what was there, and there wasn't a lot of excitement, buzz, or it didn't look like much of a future. And then to see things, last year, I kind of thought last year was going to be the year when everything hit, and last year was just a little bit too soon for people to unveil some of their new projects.
I think last year was the fuel on the fire.
And I realized that, everyone else has had another year to get ready, and there were some other people that did amazing things between last year and this year. So I was counting the sleeps before Pinball Expo because I knew there'd be so many cool things here that I just didn't get a chance to play last year. So I've been really excited to see everything, and it's like a reunion, but with really cool games being released.
I called it last night on the show or the night before. I said it's like going to war with really nice people and awesome toys, but you still feel like you get beat up.
Yeah, I usually don't get enough sleep when I'm here, and I definitely
I missed you at our 9 a.m. podcasting seminar,
I
Todd.
did plan.
9 a.m. Where were you?
I was asleep.
I don't blame you.
I planned on being there. That way, I marked it on my list, and I wanted to meet some. I've met you at other shows. There's some other podcasters who I listened to their show, and I kind of wanted to meet them face to face.
Oh, they're not that interesting. Don't worry.
No, you're right. I didn't miss much at all.
I'm kidding. No, they're all really good guys. It was fun, but I understand. I wish I went back.
I feel like I can listen to it later. I feel like someone would have recorded it.
Pinball
I'll catch
News
it.
has it.
Pinball News has it. I catch up on all that stuff. When I'm here, it's to play pinball.
So there's a lot of stuff here. It's almost overload to the point. I keep thinking I have it all straight, and then I go, oh yeah, that.
Oh, yeah,
and I'm
there's
probably
one
not
more
giving
thing.
enough coverage to something somewhere. What have you seen that you were very impressed by?
A lot of things. I think the number one thing that I'm impressed by is the Big Lebowski pinball machine. Just incredible, from the programming to the artwork to the toys to the mini playfield to the shots, the humor, the LCD screen. It just really brings together a lot of things that people were hoping for, and then in my case, it just happens to be a theme that I really like.
So you're buying this game, correct?
I'm going to be getting a Big Lebowski. I mean, it just seems like they've hit it out of the park.
I think so.
It doesn't seem to have anything there that everything is.
Now, were you buying that game before Expo? Before you'd actually?
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
okay.
I've been in for quite some time.
I thought so. Did you buy anything here today? Was there anything new that you saw? Not yet? No, nothing new? Okay.
No, nothing new.
Did you get a chance to play The Hobbit?
I did get a chance to play The Hobbit, and I have a lot of faith in that. That's another one that'll be coming as soon as my game comes up.
How'd that play to you? What'd that feel like?
It played very short for me. It's rightly so set up for one ball.
Set up on one ball.
There's a lot of people here
idea.
that want to play it, and
Yep.
a lot of turns. And so I watched a guy play his one ball for quite some time, and it was nice to be able to see what can happen in a game. Then I got up and I was down in about 7 seconds, and I was hoping for a ball save. That didn't happen, and I had to go to the back line. I thought, I'm just going to watch people play. So I didn't really get a chance to flip it very much, but I got to see things, and I love Keith Johnson's games. I love his programming. I love The Hobbit as a movie, as a theme, and I remember, watching the second movie, knowing that the game was going to be made, thinking of the scenes, hey, this is awesome, I'm enjoying this, I bet this would make a cool mode. And I was able to talk to someone there and explain that story, and they said, well, don't worry, that mode is in there. So I'm like, yes, that's confirmation of me watching a movie through the eyes of a pinball player, thinking I'm entertained, but
Absolutely.
what I really want to know is this is going to show up in the game where I can play this all the time.
So the evil dragon Smaug, as we have to say it.
Smaug.
You have to say it that way.
It's not Smog. Smog is in Los Angeles.
It's Smaug. Was the big reveal. Sort of they held that back, and now we've seen the dragon toy. What are your thoughts on Smaug and how that's integrated into the game?
I thought it was pretty cool. You get mixed reviews, and you kind of just have to see it for yourself. And so I missed the seminar, and I figured I could get caught up and I could see it on the floor. And so I'd heard from people that were really impressed, and I heard from some other people that had kind of built it up to be something mysterious. And I think they were expecting something over the moon.
I think they wanted a live dragon flying around
around underneath the glass.
I don't even think that would have been enough for them.
Probably
I think it just
not.
would have been the start. And so I really wasn't sure what to expect, and I was pleasantly sort of surprised when I saw it. It definitely, I thought it was really cool the way that the kind of starts off as a mound and it turns around and the voice.
The voice is cool. Huh?
It's very cool. It's been ripped directly from the movie, which they have the rights to. So I think the dragon sounds amazing. I think they're maybe going to be able to do some custom stuff with that. So I think having an antagonist, a Rudy that's a dragon, someone talking to you, someone that you're battling against, narrating, maybe telling you what to shoot for or what might hurt him, is going to be really cool to have another personality that you're battling. I mean, pinball's always been a battle with you and the machine, where at times it's a dance while the machine is playing with you. Clearly, this is a dragon that you're having some differences with, and it needs to be settled. And I think the voice is amazing. They had this game here set up to a subwoofer and some speakers, and it just sounded incredible and clear. And when the game starts, I'm going on an adventure.
Yes.
And I just think there was so many lines, 3 movies, several hours each, to pull some really cool stuff. And David Thiel, a fellow Seattleite, is an amazing person and amazing at what he's done. He's done something like 18 pinball machines in the last,
He's done a lot.
Done a lot of games.
He
really knows what he's doing.
I mean, yeah,
and
he's all over
the place. I think his music adds a lot to the games and the way they make you feel. And so having him at Jersey Jack, I think, is going to be really cool for that game.
Are you a Stern fan?
I am a Stern fan.
Aren't we all Stern fans?
I don't know if we all are.
We should be Stern fans.
I think they're great, and I play my Sterns every day.
Okay, so you are someone who I would respect your opinion because you own a lot of their games, and you own a lot of other games too. When does Stern have to put a different display or a different system into their games? Does that have to happen now, or are they good for a while using a DMD, do you think?
I think that it's going to need to happen, and I think it's going to happen. I just don't know when. And I think as long as they are making fun play fields that are fun to shoot, that feel good, that have deep rule sets, even if it's eventually, I think they would keep selling games for a while. And I think people want that display, but that doesn't appear to be stopping anyone from buying it, myself included.
You bought The Walking Dead?
I've got a Walking Dead on the way.
Limited or Pro?
Limited.
Limited edition? Very good.
So I'm
what do you think of that so far? You've played it some now?
I think the game's a lot of fun, and I would love for them to be at the time now where it's an LCD, and obviously The Walking Dead show, I've become a big fan of that, and it'd be great to have the assets and be able to show that and kind of modernize some of those elements. But as it is, I don't play the screen. I don't play the DMD. I kind of like some of the animation. I think they have very talented dot artists there. And I think the theme is great. The shots are cool. I've been a big fan of John Borg's work, and I think he's included elements from some of his other games and some new ones, some really unique ramp patterning, some cool shots. People sometimes complain, it's just another fan, or it's just like Metallica.
This game is not just another fan, though. This game's
I like
different.
Metallica, and it has some really kind of cool shots. The right ramp is further away. I kind of like the shot of being able to shoot it back into the shooter lane. It almost gives you another shot, and this has a really unique skill shot and a plunge, and use some timing and not just the same lane change. And I think I have the ultimate faith in Lyman Sheets that whenever he gets the time, the code is going to be unbelievable, and it's going to be different.
I was just talking to Bo and Cairns about this, and he says, in his opinion, we're talking about The Walking Dead.
Can't listen to anything that guy.
I know, he doesn't know anything he's talking about. On this one subject, though, he did say, everyone keeps saying there's no code. There's lots of code there. Lots.
I'm just not sure people understand
I think that's what the point was.
I kind of depend on Bowen he's almost like my pinball translator to tell me what I should be shooting for and what this means, and I know that Lyman...
He's the pinball whisperer.
That's right. He talks to the machines. But I know in the past, in games like Medieval Madness and Monster Bash, Lyman Sheets is a genius at making games familiar so someone can step up and play and get something to happen. And he puts rules in for a first-timer, and then for expert players like himself and his friends, that'll challenge you for years. And I know that when it's said and done, that game is going to be complete and fabulous and unique, and it's going to have a lot of things that you are familiar, and it's going to have some twists and a different way to play. It's not just cookie cutter, cut and paste.
Absolutely. So overall, pretty great expo, right? 30th anniversary expo?
Unbelievable. I had super high expectations. I've been excited about this for months and haven't been let down in the least. I was counting the sleeps to get here, and just being able to talk to some of these boutique manufacturers and get their takes, and just to see their passion of, I talked to one who's put in over 3,000 hours on his project, and the programmer several thousand hours himself, and then all of that just in the hopes that a game will be made and that people will get to enjoy these things. And so many cool things from so many cool people that are all in this for the same reason. And I kind of feel lucky to be able to, enjoy and not be, stuck to one manufacturer, big or small.
Absolutely.
I get to go on all these wine tastings that happen to be pinball.
You're
tastings.
not just a collector anymore either. You're now operating pins on route.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
How's that working out for you?
It's working out pretty well. My friends that know me kind of wonder how I can keep games running on location. But the pinball community in general is very generous and helpful, and especially Spooky Pinball. They are
Especially Spooky Pinball. So all that stuff.
Pookie
hey, look,
Pookie Pinball.
It's been a long expo. I'm eating words. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Bug.
Jersey Shore. Pookie Pinball.
All Todd McCulloch voices may be celebrity impersonated.
Yeah, this isn't actually Todd. Hey, Bug.
What's up?
How was Twin Peaks?
Giggity.
Bravo.
So where was I?
So what games did you put out on route?
Originally I put out an Addams Family, a Fishtails, and a Jackpot, and unfortunately that establishment got struck by lightning and burned to the ground. So
with your games?
Oh yeah, my games.
What?
I hadn't collected that month. I just put in.
I'm really sorry about the Jackpot, and what was the other one?
Fishtails.
No, not
and
that
Addams
one.
Family.
Addams Family.
Yeah,
I'm really sorry about two of the three of those. Yeah.
Thank you for your concern.
Wow.
So that was my first location. So I'm starting to think if one of my new locations gets struck by lightning, that maybe I shouldn't be doing this. But so far, my other locations are still running and operating.
What locations are they?
I have a pinball machine at one of my favorite places on Bainbridge Island where I live called the Treehouse, and they've got pool tables and a dartboard and great beer and great pizza and great people, and I've got a pinball machine in there, and every now and then on Thursdays hang out with some of the other preschool dads, and we hang out, and I thought if we're going to be shooting pool, throwing darts, I want to have a pinball machine
play some pinball,
in there.
that's
So
great.
get a pitcher of beer and play with my friends. So it's really cool. I was able to spend some time with Dennis Nordman tonight and to be able to tell him I'm operating games, and one of them is a game that you designed that's brought me so much joy. So that's on
Which
location. That's Pirates of the Caribbean that I have
good,
there.
very good.
And my new location is called Westside Pizza, and they just moved into a bigger location. And it was a location that used to be inhabited by a different pizza joint years ago, and I used to go in there and play pinball. And they had a No Good Gophers, and they had a Shadow. And I had those games at home in nicer condition, yet I would still go to this place and play them in worse condition, and just to try and get my name in or get a replay or hear that knock or something and play pinball in the wilds what mattered. So that place went under, sat vacant for years, and now this new pizza place comes in. And so through a friend who knew them, I approached them and said, do you have any interest in having pinball machines in there? They said, absolutely. So I've got what was a home use only No Good Gophers, what was an out of the box.
You're a brave man.
I took my Wheel of Fortune that I had taken out of the box, they put it in there, and I put a nice Indiana Jones in there along with a Star Wars arcade machine. You don't want to hear anything about that. But it turns out that people love pinball. And
how are they earning? I mean, is it what you expected?
It's
better?
much better than I expected.
Really?
I mean, it's much better than my other locations. It's a great location.
Fantastic.
It's great pizza, great people. They're happy. I'm happy. I go in there to clean them and work on them, and I meet someone who's thanking me for putting working pinball machines on location.
That's fantastic.
I want to say thank you to the local pinball community for helping me with some of the tough technical issues.
I don't know if you heard my episode a few weeks ago when I dropped into Seattle for like a six-hour tour.
I thought maybe you'd give me a call. I know it wasn't a long time.
I didn't have the time. I did consider it. I had a very strict schedule. It was fried chicken and pinball. Do you know the place that I'm talking about?
Ezell's. I meant to send you an email, but that would have taken effort. It's Ezell's. You were saying Ezell's.
I did not pronounce it.
It
was delicious.
I wanted to send you
it was so good.
Whatever you call it.
But I sort of proclaimed Seattle as possibly the best location pinball city in the country. And only one city stepped up to kind of say something.
Who came?
Portland.
Well, I mean, they've got. It's definitely Northwest. I mean, we should be united, even though they're in a different state. The Northwest is where it's at.
It seems to be.
And if anybody comes over to Bainbridge Island, make sure to support some local pinball.
That's fantastic. Well, Todd, thank you very much. I'm going to go back out there and donate some more money to the Classics tournament.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a good idea. Let's get that done.
Very good. Thanks for coming on, man.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right, in line for the Classics tournament, I've got Josh Sharp and Bowen Cairns. How are you gentlemen doing?
Pretty 15th, so not great.
So you have a bye for now?
No, it's
top
only
16
here.
Oh, here. I'm sorry.
Classics,
Here, over there.
Classics.
You're over
We're
there.
talking about where you play, which is Classics.
Dude, come on now. Don't patronize me, please.
How are you doing?
Not well.
Okay.
But I'm enjoying being not well.
Good.
Bowen, how are you?
I'm doing all right. 14th in the Classics.
14th in Classics.
On the bubble. Yeah, so I'm with this guy.
You two are at war right now.
11th in the Modern, so that I do need to do some more work, but Well,
the modern line at least is nice and long.
I want top 8 if possible because it's extra security.
Very good, very
I
good.
echo what Bowen says exactly, and I think I might be 12th over here. So
What the hell, man?
We're at about the same exact place.
Stay away from me, man.
Is your dad qualified for anything right now?
I doubt it. I mean, that's really... I should have hesitated longer. Nate, I know he's trying hard. He might be up there. I haven't checked. He might be solid.
He has a good firepower score.
He does have a good firepower score.
Did you ever beat that?
I did not.
You did not? What are you here to play on Classics?
Looking to improve my skateball.
And Bowen?
I think Firepower is the one I'm stuck playing, unfortunately. That game has been brutal to everyone.
So what's your strategy on Firepower?
Don't train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is death. But
spinner all day.
You must survive the death, perhaps. I don't know.
You need to light the spinner, though, right?
The spinner's worth a few points when it's not lit.
How would you? 1 through 6, light the spinner. I would spinner all day. And
once you got 1 through 6, you're good to go. But
what if you don't get 1 through 6?
You don't get 1 through 6.
There's no points on the game unless you get 1 through 6.
I got 350,000 without getting 1 through 6.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Bonus.
Amazing. All right. Well, more later with 2 of the better pinball players in the world. Better. Sorry, best. Excuse me. I know. All right, it's late Saturday night, the last night for Expo here in Chicago. It's me and Preston from the Gamer Junkies. Preston was bragging to me. Say hi, Preston.
Hi, Nate.
So Preston was bragging about how he beat me in the Classics tournament.
Well, I wasn't so much bragging.
Yes, you are.
Gloating.
Did that too.
Okay.
You're very, very pleased with yourself and reminding me you only played 5 games.
I did. Well, actually, I did try again because I had to buy a couple tickets. So I actually, in all honesty, played 7 games and beat you handily.
I played about 25.
Oh, man.
I'm not that good. I love pinball, and I'm just not that good. So I wanted to get revenge.
Right.
So I challenged Preston to a duel.
Uh-huh.
And we got to pick games in the free play room. I let him pick 2 of 3 since he was the winner already today.
I tried to be. I said Nate could pick them all, but he didn't want to have
No. I wanted to have extra gloating power when I beat you. So Preston chose the classic Last Action Hero.
That's a very nice way to put it. The classic, yeah.
So what'd you think of Last Action Hero?
Well, honestly, I cannot even remember if I've ever played one prior to tonight, which is why I wanted to play this one. It's been occupied all weekend long. And when I actually got it to the front of it, it was a really nice example game. And I don't know. It's one of those games where I think the theme killed it. Seemed like there was a lot to do, a lot to shoot for. Really nice game, fast, and I had a good time on it.
I felt really good because it plays a lot like Tales from the Crypt. It feels a lot like it, so I was feeling really good, and I had you crushed until your last ball. You lit some mode where the cat target's lit.
I don't even know.
8 million, 16 million, 24 million, and you beat me on ball 3.
Well, I felt really good when the cat target lit up because that was the only place I was hitting the entire game before then, just to the right of the ramp. Couldn't get the ramp, so I figured, hey, look, it's made for me. And yeah, it just built up, and I beat you.
Yeah, you beat me. So I was all right. So I went and picked Creature from the Black Lagoon, a game that I've never really been in love with because, like Preston pointed out when we were cleaning it up, you can't see anything in that game.
No, man, it's just all covered up. The whirlpool, the snack bar. It's one of those games where when I first started collecting pinballs, that was on the list because just the theme alone is so iconic, so awesome. And I've had some good games on it now that I do really have a good time. But it's just not a great game for me. It doesn't like me.
So I've been on this kick of trying to go back to some of the games I had written off at one point. That was one of them. Adam's Family was one of them. And I've been rediscovering those games because they're great for a reason.
Oh, totally.
So I've been playing that game a lot. So I picked that. And I beat you.
Yes, you did.
So I evened it up.
Yes.
We were 1-1. And then Preston made a great call. He said, let's finish on the new game, The Walking Dead.
Yeah. I figure we both had a limited amount of playtime on it.
Yep.
And, hey, it's one of the reasons we're here at the show, so why not go out with a bang?
And triumphantly, Preston beat me.
I didn't want to come on your podcast and brag about beating you in both events.
No, it's okay.
You
it's okay.
insist, so
I am not humble at all, really, but I will admit when I lost, and I lost. You got me on the 3rd ball, too. I had it.
Down to the wire, and you had the extra ball lit. You could have, secured your spot in history. But,
I glanced up because I don't know the shots that well, so I was like, wait, is the extra ball the Woodbury outlane shot, or is it the one up? And I looked up and drained.
Yeah.
It wasn't that close, though. You were way ahead.
I got multi-ball. I felt good, but,
you were killing
there's
zombies.
A shot. Yeah.
Did you have a good expo, Preston?
I had a great expo. I am wiped. I've been on my feet way longer than I'm used to. In my
They call those expo legs.
Yeah. And I've seen a lot of different things, met a lot of awesome people, played a lot of great games, and I've had a blast.
Well, fantastic. It was really good hanging out with you. I'm glad we all did this together. And I'm sure I'll get to hear your rundown on your show soon enough. If you want to hear my rundown, wait about 6 hours.
Likewise, man. It's been a great time, and had a good time. Hopefully run into you next expo.
Or somewhere. We'll do it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Probably in Atlanta.
Sounds good.
Very good. Thanks, man.
Now, don't you think that sounds like a lot of fun? I would encourage anyone who's planning their year next year way in advance right now to mark down a very fun weekend in Chicago to join the Pinball Expo festivities. It's a lot of fun. Go to your shows. Go to your regional shows. There's shows all over the world. There's a Florida show coming up. There's a show in Houston. Boy, Papa's just right around the corner if you're into the tournament scene. Lots of stuff going on. Thank you guys. That was episode 115 of Coast to Coast Pinball. We'll talk to you again soon from San Diego, California, I'm guessing. Until next time, take care.